button. Push the goddamn button.
You know, a lot of people not about to like what I'm about to say, and that's cool. But grifters are one of the worst things that happen in the black community in the 21st century. I'm not saying this to be put on a pedestal. I don't need the applause. I'm only saying it because it's real. Because when you look at the data and the wealth gap, the business survival rates, the home ownership rates, the marriage rates, the overall condition isn't where it should be, in my opinion. Then you come online and it's grift after grift after grift after grift. We got relationship coaches who aren't in relationships, real estate mentors who don't do real estate, entrepreneurs whose only business is selling courses about entrepreneurship, pro-black voices scamming other black people, religious influencers monetizing their faith more than actually living in it, people constantly telling women, don't date a man if you make this kind of money, like that's universal wisdom. People telling others to quit stable jobs while their own stability comes from selling motivation. Meanwhile, real people are losing real savings, getting evictions, quitting jobs without a plan, and destroying stability chasing an image. This is not about attacking entrepreneurship or attacking self-improvement. It's really only about exploitation. And I think it's so important in these times for people to understand that degrees still matter, licenses still matter, certifications still matter, track records still matter. It's important to stop buying into aesthetics without seeing any evidence. If someone is teaching love, verify that they have love in their own life. If someone is teaching business, verify that they actually made money from running a business. Confidence, it shouldn't come from buying into someone else's illusion. Discernment isn't hate, accountability isn't betrayal, and verification isn't negativity, it's maturity. And if we actually care about the community, it's time for us to raise that standard. I already know.
This is a great clip because I've often said myself that a lot of us on the internet only have one objective, and it's to make money. And there's no harm in that. The problem I have with it is when you're utilizing your platforms for the sole purpose of manipulating the algorithm so that you can monetize off of people's pains, pleasures, and indifferences. You don't really care about the people. Why you play both sides of the fence until it's time for you to sacrifice that 5 cents or that ad revenue. Then you shut up. You don't have too many words to speak. One thing that I want to push back on is this idea that just because a person has a degree or a doctorate, that solidifies them as being a upstanding citizen. No, the fuck it doesn't. They are the worst of the grifters. They're worse as far as I'm concerned. Because that same travel agent or that same person that's trying to sell the house, guess what? They will sell you a fucking demolition ready home if it means that they can make money off of it. Just because these people got all of this shit hanging up on that wall, that don't mean they got your best interest at heart. Doctors rape us every day. Psychologists, therapists, they do it to us worse than even the folks that you're referring to. So it's a bittersweet pill to swallow. And I see where you're going with it. I'm not totally against what you're saying, but yeah, you got to look at it from all angles as well. But you're not wrong. I can't stand grifting. I can't. But folks don't really have the discernment to see when somebody is playing on their intelligence and their feelings or not. That's why these folks be having all these followers, supporters. because they know how to manipulate you. I just Pearly Things, just to name one. There's a lot of them like that. But we got to be fair and neutral here. Everybody's not using their platforms in the ways that you're doing it. Just because I don't have a degree in this and that doesn't mean that I'm grifting. Just because a person didn't go to college for 20 years, that does not mean that they don't have the experience or the expertise to speak on certain matters. It's just up to the person and the consumer to decide if this is for them or not. And most people are just sheep. They fall for any and everything. And that's really what that boils down to. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Do you agree, disagree? Maybe you have experience in certain areas here that maybe I'm missing. Talk to me.
This is Pilot Pusha talking. We going back to Memphis and coming straight from New Orleans. The estimated time of arrival is about an hour, and I can turn your ghost if you try and play with my power. So when you look up and see the sun flashing, stay in your seat. If the flight attendant say you making trouble, then we got beef. The turbulence might get rocky. You better not spill your food. This is bread and plain if you get it messy.